Welcome, 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 welcome. How how is everyone doing? It's Thursday. I've been just in the SDN Cast studios with my friends Martin van Stam and Marcel Meyer. Um, it was it was fantastic fun. What is happening now? Hey, raiding with a party of two. Welcome everybody. Um, Yeah, so we are going to continue today with their SDN Cast website, doing it in Blazor. So I hope you enjoy it. So, get some music going. Today I'm not a DJ. I am a programmer, so to say. Great. Let's wait for a few people to come in and then we get the show on the road and get started so long. Let me open my browser. Let's see what's happening. Vontola is playing now for us. For the guys that just joined us, welcome. How are you guys? Let me know in the chat, and then we can have fun together to do some awesome stuff with .NET and Blazor. Alright, so I'm gonna sharing my screen at this stage to see. Oh, hi, by the way, how do you guys like my shirt? It's not visible now. Let me just do this whole C# shirt. Mr. Invisible, I would say. Any case, bad joke for the day. What is happening here on GitHub, guys? We have a few issues that we attend to. So if you've been watching the previous episodes, then you will see that we've just started converting our website to the SDN Cast website, which is our weekly Dutch webcast, to Blazor. So this is a normal ASP.NET Core application that we are busy converting to Blazor. And I've started, when was it? In this week, I've started it with it. And if you want to follow along, please do. Like always, the chat is open. Post your questions on chat. You can follow me on Twitter at FaniRenders, or on Twitch, twitch.tv/FaniRenders, 1N and 1A. And if you want to sort of help in coding, you're not a fan of live coding per se, you would like to sort of contribute, by all means, it's all open source. Send us a pull request, and then we can see if we can make this site cool. But the main aim of me doing these kind of things is to show you guys how easy it is to get started in .NET. It's not your old man's .NET, it's the new kids on the block. And I'm going to prove this by taking a normal website and just revamping it a bit with C# goodness. And of course you can probably use any .NET language, but I'm just going to focus on C# today. Okay, so I have my screen open. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. And then, actually, let's run this puppy to see what's happening. So it looks like a normal website, but actually this is the Blazor website. And it looks like it's working, but it's not really doing what I'm supposed to be wanted it to do, for instance. So let's see. The aim is to get it as close to as this as possible, and then we'll check this into source control again, and hopefully sometimes make a release for it so that we can have a preview.stncast.nl site for some reason, and then we can see the site live. So let's see. What do we have here? Just want to maybe skip the song a bit. It's a bit too electronic for me. Do let me know in the chat if I'm like falling away with this whole music and mic thing. It might be different in my ears than you guys can hear. Hello folks, just joined us. How are you? We are building a Blazor today. Razor in your browser, Blazor. That's what we're doing. Okay, so we have our homepage. Let's see. Let me get my groove on here. We've got that. We've got the host. But this is the actual layout. So this might become. Hey, that's cool. Now this might become handy for later, I would say. And then this count is just there to show how that's done. We will not include this. The foo is from previous stream. So let's focus on one page. So let's see if we can get, for instance, this homepage might be a bit too difficult. Let's do this about page. Or maybe align this first to see if we can get this maybe going. Might be a good idea to align it first. So, is this now on our layout? Then we have navbar expand, navbar transparent, all those kind of nice good things. I'm not a CSS expert, so actually what I'm going to be doing, see this one, inspect MR Auto. Okay, so this is navbar nav MR Auto. What will happen if I just use this? I don't know. I'm just like trying some stuff. I've got absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Learning as we go on. So what do we have here? We have the stream thing. Let's go to dev, stncast. Boom, boom, boom. And then we can go .NET run. Oh, okay, that's brilliant. Maybe it's in here then. .NET watch run. So what I'm doing now basically is starting a runner, and it will look for changes within this context of this folder. And then whenever I make a change, it will reload. Or I'll reload it, but it will recompile rather. Okay, so obviously that's gone. It's not what we want. Okay, so that's not what we want. So we want to keep it like this. See what happens if I save. It sort of goes away. Oh, now the thing is completely ruined. What did I do? What did I do now? What? I didn't change anything. Oops. This may be cached or something. try that. I have no idea, where's my buttons? That's weird. Okay, that's awkward. What'll happen if I do this again? Same thing happens. Okay, it didn't change a thing. It was just working and now it's not working anymore. I know. Even that's not working. Something is up. Any advice would be nice by the stage. Where is... Oh, you know what? This is what happens. Okay. Dope. Okay. So let's redo this. Darn. Let's go like this. Paste this back in again. Save it. Reload. This should actually float to the left, but it's not. So let's see. Alright. So what I want, actually, let's do this old school way. Hey, this is not still the old one. Inspect. Hey. Okay, it's actually this one. Okay. So what will happen if we go here? Inspect and we go to this one here. Okay, see what happens. So this is inside the container. Then you have this. Then you have the button. Then you have this class, navbar collapse. Let's see. What's the equivalent? This thing is actually in a way. What is the equivalent of this? Okay, interesting. This one is the same, I would suppose. Have that. Okay, put this. I see. Okay, so this should be inside of this. Yes, see, that is inside there. So what we can do is we can just move this guy, I think, in there, right? That should kind of work, right? So let's just do that. Hey, cool, works. Cool effect, hey. That's also not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but hey. Alright, so now we have that. Okay, cool. Takes some time. Okay, so what's different here? So we have collapse, never collapse ID for the context, and this one is, I would say, the same one. Okay, then we have this nav bar nav Mr. Auto, nav bar Mr. Auto. Then you have nav item, nav item active. What will happen if I take this out? Nothing. Why is home different? Hey, Henk. How are you doing? How are you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. How are you tonight? I'm busy revamping a website in Blazor. So far that gets me. Okay, so how does this now work? Because I'm not an expert in Mr. Auto. I think this is something to do with the new Bootstrap, how that works. What are you up to tonight, Henk? Are you just checking the stream out? Are you actually wanting to participate? You're welcome. I need some expertise. How do I get this? What is different from the home? Have item. What is different here? Because I can literally go and copy. I can copy this HTML and I can stick it in here and it will be exactly the same. See? Refresh it, it will still do that. Hi, of course you can support me. Thank you very much for offering. I need some CSS guidance. So please, if you can assist me with CSS, that will be great. Because I've got a feeling it's going to be a little irritating. It's one thing you cannot do yet in C# is CSS. But hint, hint. Maybe that's an idea. How can I align these buttons? Why are these buttons? I think this thing actually has a first link somewhere. Ain't it? Actually, this one. This should have a first link. Root. Okay. HTML. No. Okay, that's not it. Why on earth? Okay, that's not that. Okay, that's not it. I think it's actually the A. Let's test something. Let's throw in a Lee, like random things. And then we see we're supposed to have, yes, now it's working. What the hell, man? What the hell? Okay, that's a bit dodge. Okay, something is up with the links then, I would say. Definitely. Out, what? That's, I've taken this out. Well, this is also maybe a good idea just to leave it like, like it is. Because if I take this out, it's going to be complaining again about the first one being off center. Or maybe we should just... I have no idea. Inspect. Let's go back to the drawing board. What is A? Nope. Align center. Not that one. Height, no. Padding. No, it's not the padding. I wonder if I can investigate what's happening here on the CSS of, because there's a CSS of Bootstrap that I don't want to touch really. Got this primary, app top row, sidebar, nav item. So totally when I kind of comment this out, this will happen. Hey, now it's actually working fine. Hey. So there's definitely something fishy here. What can it be? Maybe this? Nope. Hey, I saw it. First of type. Yeah, there we go. It's this one. Yes. Yes. First of type. Cool. Now I learned something. First of type. That's quite cool. So what does that mean? Let's Google that with Bing. Is that a thing? You target a first of occurrence of an element within a container. Cool. I didn't know that. That's quite cool. Now we all learn stuff. Okay, so how it compares to this site, it's not bad. It's fine. Okay, so we kind of need a placeholder for each. I think for each, and that's always the admin. For each page, and this was like the kind of a placeholder thingy. And I wonder how you do that in Blazor. It's almost like master pages or something, you know? Go back to our main layout, the logo. Alright, so this. So what we need now is, let's create a, let's rename foo to about. We say this is about. We say about page. That should be fine. Hello friends, if you're joining in, welcome. Just maybe wave at me if you're in. I'm not always checking the screens, so it would be nice to just have a sort of a, hey, I'm here. Hit me up in the chat if you want to know what I'm doing. Oh, timeout exception. Wow, cool. All right. What are we doing here? Home, about. What should I have about? So technically, did I save that now? Ah, can you believe it? Right, so it's about page. That's quite cool. About today. That's the actual main website. Okay, so now how can I add something here? So, what do you call it? It was something like Blazor layout areas or something. Let's see what they say about the areas. Okay. Layout component, blah blah blah. Nested layout. Nope. Okay. Components. Counter. No. Can't exactly remember what you call that, but it's it should be at layouts. So you have a layout and you make a hole in that layout, and that hole is part of your actual page. Hey Gerald Verslice, thank you very much for hosting my stream with one viewer. Thank you, awesome, everybody counts. That's amazing. Hope you like my animation. Nested layouts. Is it nested layouts? It can consist of nested layouts. A component can reference a layout, which reference another layout. Not exactly. What do you call that? Anybody in the chat? Any .NET guys? I have no idea. If you know what I mean, you know when you have a layout and you have a sort of, my child page has certain components that needs to be at other places instead of the body parts, layout parts or something. Layout parts, it must be layout parts or something. What do you call this? Let's see, let's Google this together to see what happens. Yep. A fragment, I think that's what you call it. Ah no, that's a fragment. I've seen it here somewhere. Fragment. Isn't it? Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but... Hey, now I have a few friends in the chat, or in the channel. Hello guys, thank you very much for joining in. I am looking for a specific thing. If you know ASP.NET or Blazor, please help me out. I have a layout and I want to be able to use the child page has components that needs to be injected into the parent layout. So yeah, hosting deployment is another layout. Yeah, that's probably ASP.NET Core layout. I think it's called fragments, if I'm not mistaken. Fragments. Render fragment, dynamic content, isn't it? That's what I'm looking for, right? Build render tree, render fragment. Dynamic fragment. What is this? It's not necessarily to build components in C#. You can then generate fragments as shown. An example to render a fragment. Okay, so the delegate dynamic fragment is called whenever rendering occurs. So there's a dynamic fragment. And then I can just say what? It's a bit vague, I would say. No. Hi, Martin van Stam. The idea is not to use JavaScript here. So unfortunately, React is not an option. Let's see. Let us see. Two template components. Render fragment. I think this is it. It should be render fragment. Component, component, component. Well, maybe we can figure it out together. So instead of having this text here, I would say let's maybe do like a div in here and say render, maybe it's a at render fragment. Okay, and now to pass in a builder, I need to pass in a T. So how does that work though? Creating pages, layouts. Maybe this will give me some context. That's not what I want. Dynamic content. Okay, place a component. Okay, that's a dynamic fragment. Okay, so this is a render fragment. Okay. It's not really giving me much, is it? Cool, that's good to know. Martin, thank you very much for letting me know about that. About the video that's been created on YouTube. Razor syntax. Boom, boom, boom. No, that's not what I want. Render components. Introduction to template components, C# corner. Okay, maybe this is an idea. So I've got okay at header, and it's a render fragment. I see. Can that be a thing? Boom, boom, boom. What can it be? Okay, so maybe this is what I'm looking for. New ways to access a layout from a page. Okay, so in general, parameter flows downwards. Okay, that's good to know. Not the other direction. So far, if you're trying to, I'd recommend regular component child content instead of layout. For example, default template, the main layout, by removing its inherits, applies a component and adding a child content parameter. Okay. I could do that. Can it be this difficult to actually create something? It cannot be, surely it cannot be. Cross component allowed services. Is a thing? I'm just like poking around here. So let's see. Welcome to new app, counter instance and a function. Okay, that's cool. Capturing a reference, render fragment. Let's actually go to blazor.net. Can't type tonight, what's happening? By the way, if you want to learn more about Blazor, just go to blazor.net and that will give you all the information, hopefully, and all the marketing stuff. Get started. Components. I want kind of conditional components. If it's the main page. Child content, what's that? To turn a component into a layout, the component inherits from a component base. I could do this most probably. How can I do this? I have no idea. Where's my page? This one? No. This one? Probably this one, yeah. Okay, so we'll keep this one open. Hey, for some reason, item active, item active. Okay, well, let's keep that like this. How does it actually go? How does it know which one is active or not? That's not working. I'm just curious. You know what? I think actually is active here. Isn't it? That thing doesn't keep active. Let's maybe start a new one. You see. It's just a test one to see how the hell this will be created, because I got absolutely no idea. Hopefully we can learn this together. I all like my cap though. Hopefully it's fine. It's nice. Well, this takes a while. Surely it cannot take this long to create an application. Well, that's doing its thing. Let's maybe read on top of it. Okay, so we have our about page. We can just literally just copy paste the rest of the things, I would say, all the way body content. So maybe from, what's this? I would say these ones, maybe say, okay, a copy, yeah, copy outer, and we'll fix it later. Go to the about. Excuse me. Kill that one. And kill that one. Let's do like a quick format. Blah blah blah. I will convert these guys to components later on. Okay, so there's our friend Gerald still, so we just have to remember to kind of remove him, unfortunately. Okay. Where do we go from here? So we have this now, but what is happening here? Okay, plays a server side. Great. Oh, I see. That thing was like actually in the way. Main layout. No. Nav menu maybe. I see. Okay, so what was important here is the app main layout has a nav menu. So let's do that as well. I think that's important. So we have our nav menu. there. So let's see. Boom, 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 boom. That part of the menu. I think that's also part of the menu. This whole thing is part of the menu. And then if we say nav menu, I think we can, hey, this is what, okay, so we have this nav link. Aha, I see. Okay, well, we'll fix it now. Okay, so we have that, and then we can gracefully just, I know, we can just gracefully just go back to our layout and go nav link. Alright, and this should fix the world in your face. But this is not like a console error. You know, the problem with JavaScript, when something fails, you have to go F12 and you have to figure out what's happening. But now with .NET, you actually get this beautiful stack trace. I don't know what's happening here, but you get this beautiful stack trace. It's quite cool, I must say. I say. So let's see. Null reference exception error. What was null? Was it? Okay. Equals exactly 1. Okay. We have that and we have this. Okay, so we have navlink, match navlink all. So we kind of just take this template, stick that in there. See if we go back here now and open this up again. It should run, hopefully. Not. Okay, if we can this thing like that. Also does not run. What? It's quite daunting, but maybe we should implement something. No. So what will happen if I basically take this whole code, going back here for now, taking this and just commenting this out gracefully, shaking it in there. Still work, still error. Maybe I must just stop this whole thing and start over. And let's see. We need to go to CD. SDN source. You guys can't see. Oh yeah. CD SDN cast. CD SDN cast. Not KS, LS. Okay. .NET Watch, run. That should be fine. Object reference not set to instance of an object. What can it be? Might be this guy. There we go. I think it was that guy. But what's the difference then between this one? Oh, that's a nav link, not a nav. Okay. I get it. Nav menu. Nav menu. There we go. And in here I can just uncomment my goodness. Again, just delete those things. I can uncomment all the code I want in the world. I can give it the world. The world's not enough. Cool. So now I've got a nav link. Refresh the sky. Boom, there's my home. Cool. So what we want to do is we want to replace, I think, all the A's with nav links. So in this case, that's home. Okay, so we have pretty much this. You have nav link like that. Pretty much. Okay, so that's that example. Let's format that. By the way, that's Control K, Control D. And then href counter. So let's do that. Doom. Okay, so live coding, you have to remember, is that live coding, just flipping around, but that does not have a match all. Do like a knife coding there and then pretty much copy. I would say, does this work? Can I do this? No. Alt. Look at that. How cool is that? How cool is that? I was doing, let's say you want to be replacing navlink all the way. So you hold down Control and Alt. You highlight the things you want to highlight. Right. And start typing away. How cool is that? That's amazing. Something I just learned. Okay, so we need to have admin and about. So admin, maybe we should swap around admin and about. Admin and about. About. Right, so what happens if we refresh this guy? We've got live coding, we've got about, that's working. Yay, got this going, which is fantastic. Fantastic. I don't have any animations though. My name is not Jeff Fritz. I'm not that experienced. By the way, oh, look at the time now. So, an hour. Can you believe it? Okay, so we have got some few things here. So what we can do is we'll leave the code in here for now. It's a bit stupid that the code is not like highlighting. I'm expecting it to highlight. Do I need some kind of update or something for this to run? Maybe I need the laser things because it's not picking up this code thing. So it's not picking up the code thing. It picks up function. Public class, you see it picks up functions but not code. it's still on the old Razor things. Maybe there's an update I'm missing or something. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, so the next thing I would say is to get each Kai here a component on its own. Is this now actually the same? It's not really the same, but hey, I think the overall style should be there. You see, when we open up the previous solution, which is this guy, actually it should be open. And if we go to pages, I believe it's in, nope, where is the layouts? Am I missing something now? Layouts. That's admin, that's live code. This is Razor Pages, by the way. Here's layouts. We have layout. So the thing is, they've got sections. That's what I'm missing. Is that supported in Blazor? That's the thing I'm missing. I am looking for sections. Blazor. There's section. Okay, that's been implemented. Thumbs down. Duplicate stats. Okay, well, that's not helpful. Let's skip the song to something more ambient, maybe. Guys like ambient music? Hey, this looks promising. That's not what I want. This is what I want. Blazor is similar. Okay, I want to dictate to them. No. Looks like it's not supported. Supply content to a Blazor layout from a component. That might be an idea. This should be. Is this working? Just looking for the right way of doing this. Okay. Oh no. That kind of changes the mood. Matte blazer. Cool. It's not what I really want, but it does not lose focus, I would say. Kill. Otherwise, we need to kind of. How are we going to put this home page on top of? That's a bit tricky one. Okay, maybe for now, let's do this. Maybe for now, we just focus on getting the basic site correct, and then we'll file the issue. Because it's, I don't think this is even supported in Blazor. I can, for instance, go and go to my layout. Let's try it. We never know. Oh, section. Hey, maybe section is working. I don't think it will work though. Let's call it foo. Okay, so that's render section foo required false. Okay, so maybe let's do that. Render section is not even in there. It's called render fragment. Represents a segment of UI content implemented as delegate that routes this content to a specifically called render tree. Should render. Okay. Okay, let's see. So if we're gonna go to Blazor render fragment. Okay, so what is this? Dynamic tree? No. maybe if we say render component, creating a heading component. This is interesting. Okay, this might be what I want. Because title and child maybe we can do this whole thing as a component. I think. Because that's an app. That's the index main layout. Okay. I'm gonna kill that for now, just to see how far we can get with this whole thing. Okay, so this still needs to kind of not be this height, I would say. We can fix that with CSS. Good old CSS, man. Good old CSS. Remove this guy. Okay. Now we've got that. Great. So let's make a page for live coding and a page for about. Okay, so this is, let's call this home. To do. We've got about. Okay, so let's copy index. Let's make it live coding. Call this live coding. Live coding. Great, so now refresh. Live coding has its own, or should have its own one. Not. What? Not working. That's about, so that's live coding. This is the thing. Rebuild. That won't work. Can't. I think that's the only thing that needs to happen. So if there's something new, it won't be able to pick it up because it refreshed here and there's live coding. Okay, so that's that. Great. Admin. About. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Getting familiar with Blazor. It's quite interesting. So let's do the same thing for admin. Keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Is this secure? What? Authorize? Is this like... How do you secure it? Let's Google that quickly. Maybe we can put it in Blazor authorize authentication. Blah blah blah. Cascading parameter. What's that? What is a cascading parameter? Cool. I think this is what I want. Boom. And just kill this guy and start over. The chat is very, very silent tonight. Okay, that's not authorized. Cool. This is what I want. Cool, very cool. Okay. Yeah, I have to fix that first as well. So, are we going to create our own kind of logo template? Because in my mind, this should be the same, right? Match all. And the question is, will I break anything now? That's the question. But what is the answer? Let's just kill this. I have no idea where is this thing running again. Okay, let's close all the tabs to the right. Localhost 5000. Okay, so that still works. Okay, brilliant. The only thing, okay, so that goes home, which is quite cool. Okay, that works. We've got a STN link there, goes to STN. I think that can stay. The only thing I need to change here, just exit this guy, is add a container around it. Oops. Will that work? Will it break anything? We'll see. Okay, great stuff. Now if it's responsive, I have no clue, but we've got a menu working, which is fantastico. Let's create a component for each of these guys. So remember folks, to check in your code. Fix the menu and updated layout a bit. Okay, so that should be checked in. Hey, Jan. Jan de Vries, how are you doing, sir? Thank you very much for joining our stream tonight. Hope you're well. If you throw in a emoticon, you will see, or just throw in a lot. How about just throw in all those emoticons? You'll see what happens on the screen. It's actually quite awesome. Yeah, I'm promoting a lot of meetup groups. I actually want to attend a few of them. So we've got .NET Site, we've got Dutch.net, we've got the guys at the Azure North, I think. Yay! See what happens with my emoticons. It's quite cool. Thank you, Jan. Always a sport. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, by the way, the ISDN magazine is out, so go download it. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a English version, or some of the pages should be English. Okay, so let's see, how do we create a component here? So this is a counter. If I create my own component, let's go to the okay. Thought I had something. What do we need to do to create a component? Cool. Okay, so pretty much this, right? So let's say I have a new component. So Jan is asking, Blazor has a production license. Think about using a customer project. So I don't think they have a production license yet, per se, but production is supported. So that goes, according to my knowledge, I'm not an expert, but as far as I can read, .NET 3 preview 8 or something, the latest preview, whatever it is, I think it's 7 or 8 is the latest one. The latest one is production supported. So I think there's a difference between production licensed and production supported, I would say. But if we're talking about the same thing, yeah, go for it. I would say just use it. Because September, it's D-Day. September is D-Day, man. When they release .NET Core 3, it's inevitable. Then all of the guys will go like, I wish I had .NET 3. But in any case. So, yeah, I don't like JS at this stage. Lost touch. Can I rename? Let's say we call this thumbnail. Let's just stick that in there. And then let's go to our page. This one, to see how it is rendered. So we have a row. Okay. With this thing self-contained, I think we can just copy the whole element from there, right? Okay, So what do we have? We have a header. We have an avatar. I think we've got a profile link. So let's call this name. Is this supposed to be properties or something? I have absolutely no idea. I think so. Really? Let's call this private, public, I don't know. Okay, it can be private, which is quite cool. But we have to add the parameter get set. This is quite annoying. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go functions. I'm going to go get set like that. Hey, where's my? That's not supposed to be. What's happening? I don't think. Oh, there we go. I was about to say that does not seem right. Before you shout at me, I'm using functions to get the IntelliSense going. They actually want to go and say this is a parameter. And this is also a parameter. Avatar. And then are we going to link to the bio? Isn't code block recommended instead of... Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. The thing is, on my installation of Visual Studio, when I do that, I lose my IntelliSense. I don't know why. I'll just, for the IntelliSense and stuff, to speed things up, I'll use functions. And then, when it's done, then I will... like now, I'll focus it back like that. Okay, so what do we want? We want here, we're gonna say its name. Here is, this is even a thing. Title, yeah. This should be avatar. This should be name, image. And this should be name. Thank you for that suggestion, Jan. I appreciate it. Now, using this little guy is as simple as, or should be as simple as, thumbnail. Why is this not picking up? I probably need to import it, right? So I have to somehow use my component some way. Import. Can I do that? So I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. It needs to be in a components page. Yeah, it's on a page though. That's something I need to remember. And put the thumbnail in the components page, or folder rather. Great. That's amazing. Now, is it available now? Thumbnail? Still not. Okay, relax. Let's use in cast components. Is it available now? Still not. Dum, dum, dum. Okay. So hopefully, if I open up my about page again, I should see my thumbnail. It's quite cool, man. Quite cool. So we have name, Martin van Stam, avatar, and bio. I don't like bio. Maybe we should use. Well, let's keep it bio for now. And then we can say, you know, this is the bio link. This is avatar, and then that can go away. How cool is that? Okay, so I'm basically going to do the same for Marcel. We can most probably play around with the naming. I'm not sure if thumbnail is the maybe host thumbnail or something. Maybe call them host thumbnail. We can change it. Let's call it host thumbnail. Cool. This should be his avatar. Very young Marcel, I would say. And that goes to his Twitter. Okay, I can just maybe copy. Life's all about copy and pasting, I would say. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually have, if you go to my website, renders.co, there's my blog. It's been like dusty all over the show. But if I go avatar, I should be keeping an avatar. I should actually update this for now. But let's keep this avatar, because instead of me updating the screen the whole time, just use this. And I can kill that. Quite cool. Boom, boom. Right, so how can we maybe clean this up a bit? guy needs to go. Let's see, yes, we've got our avatars going. Okay, that obviously goes now to a link. Okay, that's one of the things we need to fix. Alright, so that's boom, boom, boom. Biolink. Let's test it out. Martin Mustam goes to Martin Mustam, which is cool. Alright, so I've got this going, which is similar. Okay. And you know what, actually, let's move this. LG is now 4. I like the cryptic chat, Martin. So would appreciate it if you just elaborate on that. LG is now 4. No idea what you mean. I'm invisible, Ben. Okay, yeah, cool. That is true. I need to change this. But surely it can calculate this. That's maybe an idea. You have a host list, and then you have a host thumbnail within your host list. That's an interesting concept. And then you can just say, boom. Let's maybe do that. Or a host grid. Maybe that's an idea. So, do we... That's interesting now. So how do we do this? Because we can have fragments. So this is what we're going to be doing. Let's try that. Let's see if we can get something going like... so what I want is something like host grid or something. Then you have your host blah blah blah, and that goes all the way. Then you have your host grid here. Is that interesting? Is that something we can do? Don't have to think about this. Question is how. That's the question. How are we going to be doing this? How? So something tells me we need a host grid component. And then we're stuck. Probably would need a parameter. Child content. Okay, I see. So maybe we can go host here. I'm just spitballing now. So let's call this host thumbnail because I think that should match up. Let's do like a few Martin from Stumps here. Okay, just to test it out. Okay, but what does this make special? What is this now special? So, child content. Okay, so what we can do is we can maybe copy this out, paste it in there. Child content, is that a thing? Child content. Okay, host thumbnail. Okay, I see. God, let's call this content. Content. Let's do that. Control D. There's content there. So that should host any content. Now. So let's see. Boom. Child content, okay. What? Okay, so I need child content. Maybe that's a convention. 4 bottom stumps. Yeah. 4, man. 4. Cool. But that doesn't solve the problem. How do I know how many of child content are there? Does that work? No. I guess not. Okay, so the next problem is how do we know child content? Is that maybe of T? If we say host thumbnail or something, that kind of still works. No, it doesn't. Any help would be appreciated. I see. What will happen if we do that? Breaks. Interesting. Okay, it's not a delicate type. Okay. Okay, this is also another thing we need to do. I think for now, let's leave this for now like this. And then we can always up our game. Where's about? So maybe let's rename this to host. Okay, so what do we have here? Kill, and then we can. Oh, say host here. And look at this cool thing. So we can kill Martins, and if we can say no, we wanna. Oops. Caps lock is on. We wanna move this in there, and then we're gonna go Control KT, and then it breaks. I think it breaks the ecosystem. Okay, now it's this way, which is not what we want. I know what I mean. There's a... No, that should be fine, right? What is missing? I see. Okay, so each... Okay. It's quite interesting, so what we can do is get rid of the host grid for now. And then don't shout at me, but what I'm going to be doing, host grid. Let's call this like that, and then I'll just wrap good old div in there, because I've got no idea what I'm doing. It was part of row. I know. Okay. So we'll kill the grid idea. I think I'll just keep it simple. I know. So 4812, yeah. That's fine for now. Because technically you don't really need a... Oh, there goes my light. You can just be a grid that was part of row, now 4 new rows, 3 rows. What? I don't get it. Column. That's the idea. So that's working. Okay, so we can maybe make a row one as well. Okay, that's a bit taking it too far, but fine. Maybe it should. But in any case, I think this is fine for now. I think we came far enough. We'll change the what do you call it? The layout and the styling a bit later. Okay, so now what I want to do before I go, I want to actually open up Azure DevOps by going to dev.azure.com, lost the row dev. Yeah, see, what I want to do is actually the thumbnail should float. And I'm not a UI expert, but depending on the screen size and stuff, it should just keep on stacking to the left. But we can figure that out later. Let's see if there's time to do this rollout. And then obviously we need to go to, just want to see if I can go to a different screen for now, portal.azure.com. Yeah, GitHub Actions, that's an interesting thing, but the thing is we already have a pipeline running. The idea is not to now build a new pipeline. We have Azure DevOps, that's public anyway. So I think the idea was to see how we can leverage that. Wait, I've never... Go to this one. Alright, so here is our website. Should we make a staging slot for this? What? It is owned by Martin, so Martin, am I allowed to upgrade my service plan? You should tell me. It's linked to that continuous delivery. So I need to actually upgrade my service plan. Right, Jan? Is that so? Because I want staging slots. Or should I just create a new website? Yes. Staging, yes, or new website, yes. Tell me, give me some context. We'll give you some ambient sound. Cool. How about an isolated app service environment? Okay, so I'm just going to go for the... The thing is, it doesn't make sense upgrading our service plan for staging slots. Can't we just have a... Yeah, we'll see. How about that? Scale up. Production. And then we just go for S1. Sorry, Martin. You can override me anytime you want. Hey, look, it's been upgraded. Is this site working? It's still working. Big spender. Okay, so we are on S1 now. How do we do staging slots? Here somewhere, right? So where do I do this? Staging slots. Deployment. Is it deployment slots? Yes. Great. Add slots. What do we call this slot? Preview. Do not clone settings. Clone the settings. Add. Great. I like this. This is like one click, boom. Done. I bet Martin can't give me 50 cat emoticons right now. He is too shy. Okay, so is the in-course preview. Look at that. Okay, that's this. Okay. Will it be helpful to have a... Can we do that? A DNS? We can add the DNS later if it makes sense. Excuse me. So, yeah, so let's party. We are going to go to dev.azure.com. We're going to go to our DevOps thingy. Sure, it's on the same service plan. So do note that this new slot is eating resources from the production slot, so it all runs on the same machine. Fair enough. It's not like we're getting... No, me neither. I don't see the value for adding a specific custom domain name for this right now. If we have more than Jan watching the show, maybe we can think about it. No offense, Jan. You are a very great guy. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Renders OSS, HDN cast. So what I want to do, I want to go to pipelines. Yes. Okay, so now I want to go to releases. So I first want to do a, how do I edit this? So I think the idea is to first release to preview, and then when it's merged, so we have a branch. What is the best practice? We have a branch, we release to preview, and we merge back to master. Master gets deployed, and then we promote it, or how does that work? I think we should just keep master. I think we should just keep master. So stage 1. Can we do like a new stage? And can we move the stage? Let's say preview. It's called preview. Can I move this? I can't even move this, really. It depends, really. Move. How do I move this? I don't know what I'm doing. I want to move this guy down or left. Okay, but maybe we should change parameters. Okay, so that goes up, so it's deploy. Yep. App service name. Why is it only picking up one? Deploy to a slot. Visiting cost. There we go. There's my slot. Cool as that. And the rest I think stays the same. So the thing is, I need to remember that this is driven from the YAML. Yeah, I need to kind of update that guy as well. But in any case, this should be fine, right? So can I rename the stage to preview rather? Yes. And what's missing on here? I'm losing it. Edit. Okay. Let's call this preview. And we have blah blah blah. Deploy to slot. Group. Preview. Great. Save. Okay. So next time I merge, we just create a release from the latest one, right? Because this is the preview. It doesn't have anything. So if we say create a release, hopefully it'll take the latest version. It'll take whatever is in March, or is it April? And it should deploy it. Hopefully. So while we wait, how about some ASMR? Always wanted to do that. Quite cool. It's in progress. I must say the interface has changed for the better. It's like so welcoming. It's like point and click done. You know, if this works, I will be surprised. It looks like it worked. It did not. Does it take time? Why is this not working? Jan, help me. Oh, there we go. Done. Done, done, done. Great, so we've got a preview site. It works on your machine. Hey, I've got a version that's running. So now, is it safe to say that I can build a branch and push it to preview? Or should I just merge it? I think we should, no, we should not merge it. let's build a branch. I'm thinking now. What is the best practice here? If we say create a new build, but you have a trigger on CI and a CI manually set all branch. Yes, you can, but have to trigger the CI and CD manually. This isn't set up to run on all branches. Merging is easier. See, if we merge, we still have a site, right? So what happens if there's production issues? How do we then fix master? Okay, so where do I go? Do I... Okay, so tell me what I need to do. Do I need to go to releases? Got a new release. That's based on an artifact that was built. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to create a new build. Okay, so I'm at build now. I want to reuse the same one, but maybe the triggers is different, right? So triggers. Okay. Should I overwrite the YAML configuration from here? Why is this thing now doing this? Okay, so brand specification. So if we say build all, exactly, merge will blow the stream pages. So let's save this. I don't need the queue. Wait. I've got an idea. So what I'll do is I'll just how do I queue a new build? New, no, queue. Yes. Okay, so we want to build Revamp and build that one. Okay, so this is the one we want to release. So I'm building this specific one. Never trust Jan. Joking, Jan. Yeah, so for context, we are using the live site. So we haven't implemented this yet, so... So I like the collaboration between these three guys, you know. On a live stream, the feedback loop is very quickly. But wait now, something is building but what exactly is it building here? It's building the wrong project. I'm gonna go and skip this build. Can I clone this? Import the pipeline. Edit. Okay, so YOLO. So let's go and create a new. Where is your code on YAML? Probably GitHub. So many code repositories. Can I search? What? Just want to create a new. Want to create a new one. How do I clone this one? This one, clone it. Done. So let's say preview. Just want to call this preview. Get sources. I'll just go revamp maybe for now. Okay, that's it. Right, so get sources. Oh, really? But if I don't want the YAML file anymore, how can I, Jan, how can I go to the GUI again? This is like, this sucks. New build pipeline. Great, so this is ASP.NET. Okay, it creates me that. Yeah. But I don't want to use the YAML file. I don't want to use the YAML file. Okay, so the thing is, I don't want to use the YAML file. How do I do that without a YAML file? Is it some kind of GUI I can use? new pull pipeline. See, YAML. Oh, classic editor. There we go. That's what I'm missing. Great. This is what I want. I'm a very GUI guy today. Okay, so which one is the best one now? Probably .NET. Probably this one, right? I wonder if this will actually work. This can go away. Okay, so we have build solution. Okay, so source SDN cast. Let's go to that. See what happens. Save and queue. YOLO. Well, kind of working. I never have off with kids. Let's just put it that way. Let's see what happens. If this fails, not gonna try hard enough, then I'm just see what happens. And this is the interesting part. Fails. Let's just stick a .NET Core in there. Yep, every day at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. is late. That's why I was thinking of going live coding until 6 a.m. At least you don't have to wake up. What? Just have to be there. Okay, so let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, we'll park this for now, and then we're gonna have a nice beauty sleep, especially Jan. I think Jan needs his beauty sleep. So it's building this whole thing. We're also sharing .NETs, or sharing solutions in one repo. Let's light up the some EDM. That's better, I would say. So what's happening now? Why is it like decompressing the world? How about this one? Boom. Is it always gonna be doing this compression thing? No, it's aired out. Okay. I'm gonna park this for now. I think we've made good progress. Everything is checked in. I guess I can just go and, because we want to live on the edge, right? Should I? I'm just gonna do it. Let's just do it. And of course I don't have, do I have access to that? Ooh. Do I have access to that though? That's the only thing. This one? Yes. Look at that. Should I do that or not? Let's boom this. Friends don't lend friends. Right click publish. You're not my real friends. You didn't stop me. So at this stage, publish failed. What? What the fuck? Could not find site app offline. Well, that's interesting. Should we? I think it's something to do with configuration, yeah. Well, we could use FTP. Okay, so what do we have here? Always on. Why would this? Okay, that's good. It's cool that they say apps targeting previous versions of .NET Core require additional configuration. Let's see what happens. The previous site extension deploys self-contains preview app, use Docker. You know what? This is too risky. Let's create a new one. Just for the let's call this alpha. We'll just use our good old sponsorship site. Oh, there goes my light. Let's go for the West Europe. Doesn't really matter, just need one sandbox. Just to see how it will work. And while that's firing up, let's actually log into that directory. As you can see, I've been playing around with, yeah, you see, using Docker for this, I think it's a bit too far. Takes it a tad too far, I would say. Because why? Something is happening. There's our cast preview site. Let's open that up so long. Yay. You need, if you want to move direction to serverless, you need to step away from containers, I always say. Okay, so the specific version of .NET Core app was not found. Okay, so what do we need to install the right preview version? Type EX. Okay, so we need to go here to extensions, right? Yeah. To install .NET Core 3 preview. This one. Accept. There we go. Let's see if that fixed things. I've got a feeling I need to enable WebSockets as well. OpenFast is interesting. Yeah, it's haven't played a lot with it, but still error. Okay, that's come now. Really? Okay, let's see. We have what? Am I missing something here? Oh, that one or that one. Let's install that one. Okay. And then what they say? Advanced tools. Okay. I don't think HTTP2 is necessary, but definitely WebSockets, I would say. But I'm having trouble getting this thing started up. Where is the configuration? WebSockets, save. Look at that. Look at that. We have a site working. Okay, there's a few console errors, but fine. WebSocket connection. Cool as that. My menus disappeared. But as you move along, see how that changes? That's a single page app, man. Quite cool. So, dropping the mic at this point. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. This is me. I'm starting to appear again. C# man. As you can see, it's getting late. I need to sort of get my sleep in. Because if I'm going to be starting appearing, everyone will start leaving. So, with that, see you guys again next week. Thank you very much for tuning in. And do subscribe to my channel if you have not, twitch.tv/FarneyRenders. Follow me on YouTube, Farney Renders, or even Twitter, Farney Renders, or even the intrawebs. Whatever, you get the point. Until next time, guys, thank you very much. Cheers.